Hi friends, my name is Caitlin and today we're going to be doing a September garden tour. Now, I hope you all can hear me. My husband's running the skid steer, but this is all the time I have before my kids come back home. So I have to tell you, if I'm being honest, I am burnt out on the garden. We've moved on from the gardening season. We've started school now about 2 weeks ago, and I'm just done gardening. I didn't even plant the fall garden that I wanted to plant, and I bought seeds for, and I had starts for. I just am garden burnt out. But the garden's not burnt out, and it has a huge amount of stuff left for me, probably this last time. So today I was thinking we would just do a mid-September garden tour, and we would walk through the gardens and see what we can find. I have these great containers that I'm going to load up with my produce. I'm going to start down at the very end and start loading up the tomatoes. So this year, for the first time, I have tried my hand in making ketchup with all these tomatoes that I have. Now, I am really a ketchup snob, I guess. I love Heinz ketchup. I can eat it on most anything, and I love ketchup on everything. So this year, I made Living Traditions recipe for ketchup, and myself and my family all love it. I would highly recommend going and checking out their video and making it for yourself. It is fabulous. Oh, little Weston's getting kicked out of the garden. I guess you saw my sneak-in associate. So whenever I have time to just walk through the garden and teaching what he's allowed to do and not do in the garden, like eat the plants, he's allowed in. But I had told him to stay out, and he snuck in. So I had to exit him very quickly, and now I'm back to picking my tomatoes. I don't know if I've said this in a previous video or not, but in April, we had to put down my dear four-legged friend, Diesel, my other French Mastiff that I had. So the beginning of August, I drove to St. Louis and picked up sweet little Weston. And we are so enjoying having him. Now I know you guys have noticed that I've left a little path of tomatoes down the walkway. So my daughter, who is 4, loves a job in the garden. And her job in the garden is to collect the chicken tomatoes. She will bring her little bucket down through here and pick up all these tomatoes, and then she'll take them to the chickens. This is the row of tomatoes that I just picked, and then we have the row of flowers, which we have so enjoyed, all the hummingbirds and butterflies this summer. And then up here we had a few flowers at the end of the row, and then green beans, and then 2 more rows of green beans. I've been done picking green beans for about 2 weeks now, and I'm letting them just go to seed so I can save seed for next year. This is one of our rogue tomato plants that came up from the pigs being in here. Over here we have the okra. It's about a solid 1.5 feet taller than I am. Cole is in charge of cutting this, so he needs to come out today and cut okra. And then again, we have little rogue tomatoes that came up from the pigs. This was all part of our pumpkin patch, and we picked pumpkins a couple days ago. You're just gonna have to believe me, but this is our potato patch that we need to dig. The weeds and the pumpkins took over. I should have dug them about 3 weeks ago, but it was my sister's wedding. I was a little busy, and since then we've started school. And look, a rogue pumpkin that we forgot to pick. I have to show you these red flowers. They're just beautiful. For the size difference, this is the size of my hand. My kids spend the night with my parents on Friday nights, and then they all get to hang out on Saturday morning with Grandma and Grandpa and my brothers, and it's called Barn Day. They all hang out in the barn, ride 4-wheelers and dirt bikes, work on things, take motors out of cars, build things, all the things, and then they eat lunch, and then they come home. So the kids were doing that this Saturday morning that I was working on the garden. And then when they got home, Connor was so excited to help me in the garden. I love how each of the kids has a different thing that you can connect with them while doing. You don't have to go out of your way to spend time with each one of them. It just happens in everyday life. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you'll come back again soon and see what we're up to next. Even though the garden is shutting down, that by no means that we are not doing lots more projects. I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with us.